I'm not awake yet, and I had to reach out with this hand and slice that reality open to awake myself. And I was like, fuck. It was fucking ridiculous, dude. That was 2 times since I've got this tattoo that I've had dreams so overpowering that I remember everything. You know, like they were vivid fucking dreams, Anthony. Not like, oh, I recall this dream. No. I remember these dreams. Because in my Groundhog's Day-like nightmare, for some reason, I kept trying to give something to my brother. Every time I kept failing. Failing and waking up and failing and waking up and failing to the point where I knew this was a dream.
It had to have been.
And my consciousness knew. I was like, this is a fucking dream. Why can't I stop this? And then it was like
you were
fucking tore open a reality. Like literally, dude. Like in you remember in the Mouth of Madness?
Mouth of Madness
with fucking John Carpenter's in the Mouth of Madness.
I haven't seen it, dude.
I know you've seen it. I mean,
maybe if I saw it.
It had the dude from Jurassic Park in it. Well, anyways.
Wait, the same dude in Event Horizon?
Yes.
Okay.
And
rings a bell.
And the fucking writer dude's like, I'm God now, you see. And he fucking like just grabs his face and tears it like a page from a book, and like tears open reality. You know, like that's the best way I can describe to you how I escaped that nightmare. Was this hand reached out, grabbed the last known blade that it had touched, which was at my brother's house, and fucking sliced open that reality to wake me up. So literally, as I did that, like over and over again, you know, I kept waking up from Groundhog's Day-like experience. This hand just went and sliced it, and it literally, like, I remember it splitting open, and I woke up, and I was like, you know, like pissed, like who is fucking with me? And like, you know, went through looking for something, a totem, something that put on me, something somebody took from me, anything, you know.
Like someone might have casted a spell.
Yeah, somebody
but you casted a spell
with me.
That's a spell right there, dude.
Dude, me getting out of it, yes, I know.
No, I'm saying that mark on your hand, the mark on my heart, that's a spell.
I know it is, man. That's why I got it. That's why ever since I've got it, it's helped me out tremendously, and it's also, you know,
kind of damned you.
You know, it really has. Honestly.
It's dark light.
It is. It's been a bittersweet fucking thing ever since I've got it.
A blessing, but it's a curse.
Yeah. That's another reason I got it on my right hand. Because, you know, reading the Bible, it says when the Antichrist comes, blah, 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 in order to pay his ways, you know, you'll only be able to receive it by a mark given on your right hand. You know, that's another reason why I have it on my right hand, too. So.
Okay. Oh, Revelation.
Yeah, in Revelation. And if your right hand offends you, cast it off, for it's better that only a part of you perish than the whole thing. You know, so that's another reason, like I said, I got it on my right fucking hand. I even told the dude, too, when I got the tattoo, I was like, I want it on this hand. How you want it? I was like, I don't give a fuck. Just make it look like I was fucking cursed with it. So I told him, I was like, make it look like I was fucking cursed with it. I don't want it even. Don't want it, you know, I just want it to look like it's a fucking mark I was born with that's a part of me, you know? And that's exactly how he did it. That's why it's like that. I need to get touched up, though, because, you know, I've noticed over the years, as it's faded and some of its lines don't quite touch as much, I've lost a little bit of, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Power?
Essence, power. Over the years, I've lost a little bit because some of these lines now don't fully intersect. Like as much as I've noticed since I got it.
Touch-up should only be like 20, 30 bucks.
You know, yeah, that's what
it's
I
usually
want.
just a tip, you know?
Yeah.
If you go back to the dude that gave it to you.
Dude gave it to me, ain't there no more. That whole place ain't there no more.
Oh, well, I mean, anyone could touch it
But,
up.
yeah, I know. I know what you mean, but still, I've been very cautious about it.
No, I hear you, man. I mean, you're playing with like mythical shit, you know. Not playing, but dabbling.
Dabbling.
Yeah. Because like I said, man, that's a spell, you know. It's the reality of it. So it's like a commitment, you know.
Yeah. It's shown me some shit. It's helped me out through some shit. but it's also been the cause of some of my shit too. I know, because it's like told me. I know it's kind of stupid to say that, but you know it kind of has. Just like especially after I got it, dude. My God, just the shit that whole dream that will never escape. I'll never forget now. You know, the dream I was telling you about, which in my opinion is, I guess, Lucifer's version of what happened, being cast out or whatever, was so strong and so heartfelt, you know. And other shit I've experienced since then, you know, it's just, it's a very trying and weary on my soul. And like it may sound stupid, I don't care, but like that's how I feel about it. Man, like it's been a fucking a weight on me and an awakening at the same time. So, you know, it's fucked up.
Like a trial or something.
Yes, dude, because
Just like your dream.
Yes, it's like my dream. Because like I told you in that dream, and like I told you out there when we started drinking about, you know, Lynn and my girlfriend now, I have majority of my life, Anthony, strived have a wife and a child under the same roof. I can't quite give it. You know, even now with my daughter and my girlfriend, I don't get to live with them. I don't get to see them as much as I normally do. I literally live like a single person. I could do anything like a single person and have a wife and kid on the side. There's so many people who would love to have that, but that's not what I want. But yet I'm doomed to just try that over and over again. And I had that dream, like I told you, where I tried to be with someone I loved, which in my opinion was like the version of Lucifer, because it was like we weren't supposed to be together, but we were together. And I was put on trial for it. And when I say put on trial for it, dude, it's like just some 1800s old Stone Age type shit that I could describe to you. And being like recited this shit over and over again, and I would refuse to take it in my heart. Like that's how I knew it was. Is I was refusing to take this in my heart. I was like, no, I want to love this person. I want to be with this person. And the more I refuted, and then all the lights went off. And as the lights went off, I just bursted into flames, and with like this horrendous yell. And then that's when I woke up from the dream. And it was, I wish I could capture it on camera or reimagine it to show other people, because it's just so fucking unworldly and movie-like that just being set down, you know, and maybe almost like being exorcised is not literally being exorcised, but you know how when you see an exorcism on a movie or something, they are so fucking endowed with themselves to commit to stop this being, you know? That is how they were pressuring me. They would not let up, they would not stop until all of a sudden everything cut off and I just burst into flames. You know, with like this, and I was in a fucking chair, dude, and it was like I could see me just literally, all of me just in flames and just yelling, and then I awoke. And it was so real and so unreal at the same time. It's fucking crazy, dude. Fucking ridiculous.
Huh. Just because you were trying to be with someone that maybe some other force didn't want you to.
Because in that realm, and I have to describe it as a realm, after all the games and everything I've read, I have to describe it as a realm. Everything was stone. And when I say everything was stone, Anthony, I mean everything was gray.
Like Dungeon Master, the game.
Yes. Everything was gray. Everybody was in cloak, gray. The whole world and everything you stood on.
It was a gray world.
Everything was all gray.
It was a dark light world.
Yes.
The gray area in between.
Yes. And it was fucking just because I wanted to be with someone and we weren't supposed to be together.
Said who,
my
though?
Punishment.
Why weren't you supposed to be with them?
Said whatever. That's the thing. It's like it was my dream, so it was my interpretation. And the best I could
It's like you
get
just
out
knew
of
you
it,
weren't supposed to be with her.
Yes.
Huh.
And it was because our meetings were, you know, fucking cloak and dagger. And, you know, in this gray, untold, the best way to describe it, literally, really would be, you've seen Dark City, right?
Of course.
Would be like, if you just imagine them by themselves, without their human element. You know how they all dress the same? Their whole world was the same?
Yeah, the Time Lord dudes?
Yes, the Time Lord, how they all were one thing in their human bodies. That's exactly, like, that's the best way I can describe it. Completely all, everything gray, literally. The world stone, everything stone, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing supposed to do outside. Even in Dark City, very much. They're not supposed to do anything outside of what they're supposed to be doing. So, just in this world, dude, it was like, it was unforbidden for me to do this. And I strived against it. And striving against it as like these, basically being put on trial because I was captured for it, you know. Like, I say captured, in my dream I wasn't literally like, you know, halt, you know what I mean? Like, and they got me, it was more like a taken and set down. And maybe almost like I'm supposed to be re-brainwashed or reiterated in the ways of my life to the point where I rejected it so much that I just burst into flames. I killed all light that was there. Burst myself into flames. And then awoke.
You destroyed everything.
Yes. It was fucking ridiculous, dude. It was fucking crazy. It was like, ever since then, even more so before then, but ever since then, more so, I've been very intrigued with, I guess, the devil aspect of our world. Like, why the devil does what he does, why he is there. Because, you know, there can't be good without evil. We all know this. It's part of the reason why I love Star Wars. You know, it really is.
Yeah, all it is this. It's the same story, just retold in a sci-fi environment, man. In
You
a
can't
galaxy.
have one without the other.
And
you know?
it's timeless because all they say is it takes place in a galaxy far, far away a long
Yeah.
time ago. You know, whatever.
Yeah, that's part of the
I fucked
reason
up that
why-
quote, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I love it so much. And it's just,
It's infinite.
yeah. And ever since then, it's just like, fuck, dude. Like, what? What do I take from that? You know, like,
Well, I mean-
it was so strong, Anthony. Like, I've had vivid dreams before. Like, even last night, I had some pretty vivid dreams where I was flying. But still, nothing compares to that dream and the other dream where I killed myself. That dream about, you know, like being shunned or whatever, and when I awoke, it was basically my own interpretation. Because I tell you, I feel like it's maybe an alternate version of why Lucifer was cast out. But that's only what I can tell you of my interpretation of it. Because I tell you what happened in the dream, but it can mean many things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that and then the other one where I killed myself. And the other one where I killed myself, dude, was the most horrific and vivid dream I've ever had. More so than that one. Because it was when I used to live in those old apartments across from San Jack. In the morning, the sun would come in and hit me. So many mornings, I would wake up with the sun in my face. But in the dream, I woke up right before the sun had come up. The sun hit me in the face. The birds started chirping. I was warm, half asleep and half awake. As soon as the birds started chirping, it was a very like morning time feeling, you know? Well, I'm up a little earlier than I wanted to be, but I'm up. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Then all of a sudden it was just BAM! And fucking blew my brains out. And then I woke up. And then I was like, what the fuck?
Why'd you do that?
I have no idea, Anthony. Especially taking in the interpretation of the setting of the dream. The sun literally just hit me in the face. I woke up. It was a morning. Birds were chirping. I was bright. I was happy. Things were good. Not necessarily good, but things weren't bad. You know? Like, I was awake. It was what would be considered a typical good day. And just an exhale of, okay, time to start the day. Bam. I'd never felt such a relief, nor such, gratitude. in a dream. I felt relief and gratitude. Like, okay. You know, just, and it happened, I woke up, and my heart was fucking racing, I remember, like real bad. And I almost still had that feeling of euphoria as I woke up. Because in a dream, dude, I was completely fucking euphoric out, you know, like, and I didn't do no drugs or anything the day before or the day before that. I had been clean for a while. And I don't know. I don't know how to take that dream, how to anticipate it, how to describe it, what it means, what its purpose is. I just know that I remember how strong the feeling was of waking up and today's gonna be a good day. And bam. And I woke up. I don't know how to fucking take it.
So that's twice that you wiped away everything.
Yeah.
You wiped the slate of everything.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's
You
fucking
like wiped your
wicked.
dream. You killed it.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's fucking wicked, dude. I mean, I don't know how to fucking take it. I don't know how you look at it. Of course, then again, what was it? I was watching or reading, and the quote I liked from it was, dreams are just answers to questions we don't know how to ask yet. And I don't remember what it was I heard that from, but I remember I liked it, hearing it. You know, that our dreams are just questions to answer. Questions to answers we don't know how to ask. So,
Huh.
I don't know, man. It's all pretty wicked. I can get really in depth and deep with you about that because we've always been like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of like that about us. I think the fact that we're both dragons has something to do with
I
it.
think it is too, because trust me, a lot more comfortable talking to you about this shit than I am anyone else.
I have a hard time relating to the common man as well.
So,
And it's
you know,
it's like with other dragons though. It's like,
comes so naturally.
that's what I'm saying. You don't even have to try.
Exactly.
Huh.
And this unspoken understanding, which I feel like throughout our whole friendship since we've known each other has been there. We've always had this unspoken understanding. I know you felt it because I felt it. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Even, and I will go this far as to say, even with Roxy, when you started dating her and I stopped, even then we had this unspoken thing of, okay, you're dating her, we're not gonna talk, but that doesn't mean we're not friends. It just means we're not talking right now.
yeah.
You know what I mean,
The
Anthony?
pink elephant in the room, as you used to say.
Yeah, I know you know what I mean, Anthony, because even back then we had that. You know, even when all that bullshit happened, you know, and we weren't talking, we both knew why we weren't talking, but we still weren't not friends. I felt that deeply from you, and unless I'm mistaken, I felt it deeply from you too. It doesn't matter, hey, you're with this girl right now, we're not talking, but we're still friends. But just for now, we're not talking. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And,
It could have been a number of things, a number of reasons. Maybe
Yeah.
like you didn't want to be around
Exactly.
for that. You were trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
As far as I knew, and or I didn't know till later on that that's how it was. And then
I was trying to get away from it. I didn't like it, and that was a part of my life when I split off and started hanging out with the older kids, I guess. You could say the seniors. I started hanging out with Troy and Shannon and Jonathan, and all them, and fucking,
And then like, it was kind of weird because it's like I feel like she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
She was
Right.
like,
I did too.
because I didn't know at the time. I was kind of more naive about it. I was infatuated still.
I kind of knew like she was doing it to get at me, but at the same time, there was a thing there that you had for her, and I felt like she was using it, but at the same time,
She was
you
manipulating me.
You had to do it yourself.
Do
You
what?
know what I mean? You had to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you had to go through that. You had to have that experience. You know what I mean? And
I know exactly what you mean.
and as we went on through the years, and you told me about some of the stories and some of the shit that happened between y'all, it's kind of like, when you told me that, I was kind of like, hey, you had to experience that for yourself. You know what I mean? This unspoken thing we've always had between us,
I had no idea at the time.
And it was just, you know. And you know, I never, please don't ever think that through those times I didn't like you. I've always liked you, no matter what. And even through that time period, it was just like I said, kind of this unspoken, okay, we're just not talking right now. And that's how I felt about it. You know, just for now. You know, fuck it, I don't give a shit. You know, we're not talking right now. Even though it was like a couple of years. You know, we're just not talking right now. That's how it goes. You know, I never had this spite for you, or this hatred for you, or anything like that, ever, in my entire life, Anthony. Have I ever. No matter what we've done, or what has been said, you know, or nothing. I've never had a dislike or spite for you. So, like I said, during that time period, it was just kind of like, okay, now is the time in our life where we don't talk. But there will be future times. You know, that's kind of how I saw it. And there are, you know, there were and there are, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess it's just like you said, have to be doing with, you know, Year of the Dragon and being born in that same fucking year, man. Because it's something else. It's the same thing with, even when I was talking to you about Buck and Magic and, you know, Corey and Chris. Corey's born in '88 too. And me and Corey have had our disputes, but I've never not liked Corey. I've never had like a dislike for him. He's even like, he used to sort of have a relationship with my girlfriend now, and he used to kind of hit on her before, and I never had a dislike for him. You know what I mean? Like I never had. I think it has to do with, like you said, just being born in the same year, being born in that, you know, that '88. I think that's what it has to really do. I've never.
Check it out, man. That's my main stain in my black-white deck.
That's badass. You can read the creative too.
He's definitely a beast.
Infinitely.
Yeah. Fuck shit up. Skitherix the Blight Dragon, who happens to be black.
Exactly.
I just felt like that was relevant, even though it's a silly fucking Magic card. But
it's relevant because, you know, it's you.
I feel like I'm meeting you halfway.
Yeah.
What you just said, I'm saying you're right, because look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm playing a card game, but at the same time, I was trying to tell Alex, I'm not sure he understood last night, but I know you're going to understand. But it's like with Magic, at least with this deck, I'm trying to personify my personality through the deck. So this deck is basically going to be like a representation of me.
Yeah.
Because it's completely original, you know, black-white infect, that's unheard of in Modern. I mean, it's been like attempted, but it hasn't been perfected.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to perfect it.
I've always liked black and green. I've liked black and white, but I've noticed over the years, I've always been more drawn to black and green.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I was working on a black-green infect deck, like, right before I was working on this one.
Really?
This is actually, well, in between, because this is the second generation of this deck. You know, I scrapped it, and I went black-green, now I'm back to this. I even went black-blue for a while, too, but, like, I found myself going back to black-white just because I can relate more to dark light.
Yeah.
And the gray, you know? So it's like, I tried green for a while, it was cool. I mean, I got some positive results out of it, but it's just something about black and white, man. It's just the two polarities, you know?
Yeah, the two opposing forces.
But at the same time, combining them and making like a universal like truth.
Yeah.
Rather than being extreme dark or extreme light.
Yeah.
Just everything simultaneously.
For sure, man.
You know, I'm not knocking black-green. That's cool. I mean, I like black-green too. I got my green box over there.
The best black green I had came out not that long ago, and it was with the elves, though. I had to do a lot with the elves because they had a lot more to do. There was a lot of Death Touch, black elves, and a lot of other shit that had to do with black and green elves. But black-green just in general with itself there's a lot of shit you can do, dude.
Black-green is disgusting, man.
It is. It really is. Like, you can just murder shit. Like,
Well, first of all,
hard,
speaking
man.
of elves, that's like the main dude in the black green infect deck, Glistener Elf. The only reason why he's so badass is because he's turn 1 fucking infect
Yeah,
dude.
and he's only cost 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's turn 1 right here, and turn 2 you pump him up and you fucking win the game.
Yeah.
This deck is like a 2-3 like turn fucking deck,
Yeah.
and then that's the other one.
Oh,
Abrupt Decay, dude.
Decay, yeah.
Yeah, I got a
Can't be
full,
countered by any spells or abilities.
full play set of those, man.